So I'm going to be recording over my Maradon run here as sort of a guide for the other hunters who are struggling with this sort of thing. The only prereqs for this is having the Staff of Celebris and mining or herbalism. If you don't have mining or herbalism, you're just giving it free money. And also the staff comes from a quest line inside of Maradon. It's pretty simple, you probably already got it while leveling. I also heavily recommend playing as a marksman spec. I have my build at the end of the video, as well as the ammo I use. So if you're curious, refer to that. So sometimes these dinosaurs will aggro onto you. Just make sure you jump behind this rock. Don't try and run around them because they will aggro. The hardest one to get by is this blue one right here. He's kind of a pain. He'll, if he aggroes onto you, sometimes he will, sometimes he won't. Just feign death. Yeah, don't even bother trying to, like, fight him. It's not even worth it. Just feign and run. So as you see right there, that's the first ghost mushroom. I usually check my mini-map as I'm running through here. I'll try and pick up a node. There's usually a node right there that I just ran past. Those worms will sometimes aggro on you when you take it, but for this run, it's not there. I'm going to be getting that node on the way back, but for now, because I need to wait for these elementals to patrol, otherwise it will be a pain. So I drop down here and I call my pet, and I know that I've got a little bit for those elementals to patrol, so I kind of just AFK for a minute. So then, after those elementals patrol, you target the Tinkerer, you Hunter's Mark comes in your pet, switch to Aspect of the Hawk, pop Rapid Fire, and just go ham. There's really only like one trick to this fight. You're gonna see in a moment he's gonna use a flamethrower attack. When he does that, he can't hit you. So as long as your pet's on the side, like mine is here, which it probably will be, you don't have to worry about him hurting you. In just a moment, he's going to do a second flamethrower. My health is getting slightly low. Make sure your pet doesn't have Growl on, because otherwise he will murder it. When he does the second flamethrower here, like right there, you should bandage, because otherwise he might kill you. It's better just to be safe. I didn't need to do it because I could have just murdered him in that flamethrower, but for people who are less geared, it's definitely worth just bandaging. Just play it safe. Don't bother trying to like out DPS it. From here, I just heal back up, drink. I don't really need a drink because I'm gonna regen mana by the time I get to Princess. Put your pet on stay so you don't have to dismiss it. And once you're comfortable with your HP and mana, whatever you prefer to do, then pop back on Cheetah, and then we're gonna go up to Princess. I'm gonna show the way. You don't have to run that way. I just did because I wanted the node. But yeah. So once you get the princess, or like I'm here, you're gonna want to call your pet. Make sure you stay in aspect of the cheetah, but you're gonna want to hunter mark her, and then aim shot to open the fight, followed by a multi-shot. Don't send your pet in though, because you're going to use him to trigger the dust clouds so you can get free damage. The whole point of this fight is running away from Princess while also using jump shot, arcane shots, max rank, and hitting her with autos when you can. So there you saw me trigger her dust storm with my pet. When that happens, you can sit there, you have enough time to throw an aim shot at her. So yeah, make sure you do that, and then just keep running. So when she throws a boulder, if you run out of range, you want to try and bait those, but if you're doing it for your first time, you'll get the hang of it. But you're going to want to bait those because that gives you a free shot on her. So try to bait them as much as possible. Make sure you keep running away, jump shotting for arcane shot whenever it's off cooldown. Pretty simple. Just kite her around the room in the outside on this water here. It'll take a little bit, but that's how you do it. Pretty simple. Just follow my route. Make sure you don't aggro any of the turtles with a multi-shot. So don't multi-shot here. Only aim shot and auto shot and arcane shot, obviously. But yeah, just go slow. When her dust storm is off cooldown, you can send your pet in again to try and trigger another dust storm. But your pet will probably die if it gets caught in a dust storm and a fear. So just be careful. If it dies, it's no big deal. You can kill this without your pet. The pet makes it easier. Another thing is, if you manage to get hit by a boulder, and you don't outrun it, you can make sure you turn off cheetah in the knockdown. Otherwise, you will get dazed and you will die. That is the only hard part about this fight. If you get hit by a boulder, make sure you turn off cheetah, or you will die. Like there, as you saw, I got dazed. I had to send in my pet to pull aggro off me, and my pet almost died. So just make sure you don't do that.
I need to get closer. It is too far away.
So you're gonna basically just keep kiting her until she gets to low health. Once she gets to low health, she'll start walking, as you'll see in a moment. I think it's actually right now. But she starts moving really slow, and you can start basically autoing her every single time your auto is ready. Just don't get knocked down. Other than that, this is once she's at the stage where she's super slow, the fight is over. There is no more. You don't really need to kite her. I mean, you do have to kite her because she'll kill you, but it's not hard because she moves at the pace of a snail. Yeah, as you see here, I'm autoing after like whenever it's ready right now.
I'm out of range.
So once Princess is dead, you can go ahead and collect your loot, and then I'm going to show you how to reset. It's pretty simple. The only thing you have to do is get into a group with somebody. Do this before you get into Maraudon. Have them invite your hunter, and then log over and have them invite your alt. So that way it's only your hunter and your alt in a group. And then once Princess is dead, you're going to log out on your hunter and then log over to your alt, which I'm going to do momentarily, and then I'm going to show you how to reset Maraudon. So once you're on your alt, all you're going to do is literally just sit here and wait for the game to transfer lead to your alt, so that way you can right click your portrait and reset Maraudon. That's all you're going to do. So once you become leader, like I said, right click your portrait, reset all instances, hit yes, and then you can go ahead and log out, log back over to your hunter, and then the instance will be fully reset and you can do it again. Pretty simple, pretty easy. So I wanted to do this because I didn't do it when I was doing the thing. This is the build I use. I highly recommend, instead of, if you're just gonna farm Maraudon, I recommend going for pathfinding and Beastmastery. So you'd go Aspect of the Hawk, Revive Pet, Thick Hide, and then pathfinding. That's what I would do. And then put 31 into marks like I have here. That's the build I recommend, but I didn't feel like changing out my rating spec, but this is the one that I use. So you can use either of these, but I recommend the one that gets pathfinding, because it makes doing Princess way easier. I use thorium headed arrows right now because, again, I didn't feel like buying the jagged arrows, but you can use jagged arrows just as well. Yeah, that's about it.